Hey, my name is Dumbass, but you can also call me Jasmine. Anyway, this is gonna be like kind of the welcome to my channel video. This isn't actually in like continuity with my other Subnautica videos. I know nobody's actually watching them, but just figured I'd point that out. Kind of just using it as a backdrop. Anyway, this is obviously welcome to my channel video. According to my boss, my name is Dumbass, but you can also call me Jasmine. I don't really give a shit. Yeah. So this is gonna be kind of just a short little, probably 15-minute video. What in the hell? That, you know what? Not the weirdest shit I've seen. Not even gonna question it. So anyway, give me a short little video covering 3 topics: who I am, what I do, and why I do it. So obviously, in case I figured it out yet, this channel is a lot of reaction content. I am obviously who I am. So my name is Jasmine, wildlife biology major. Radio message play. Thank you. I'm gonna ignore this. Anyway, so a little bit about my education, I guess. I was homeschooled. 16, I dropped out. Started taking college classes. Got a degree in biology. Why is it so fucking dark? Anyway, got a degree in biology. Did some other things. Came back. I'm currently getting a degree in wildlife biology. So yeah, dual degree. Oh, also getting wildlife biology and ecology as well as a minor in leadership. So yeah, that's a thing. Anyway, so there's that. Fucking Christ, it is dark. Okay. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, so that's what I. So that's a little on education. I currently work for a nature preserve. On top of being a student, you know. Yeah. So mostly I just work in a lab. I basically process data, and by that I mean I sit on my ass and sort grass. Not even a joke. That is genuinely the majority of my job. Sounds stupid. Actually pretty important, pretty useful, scientifically speaking at least. So yeah, that's what I do. A little bit more about my job because that's the majority of my job. There are other parts. We also deal with data regarding. So we study plants. We study mammals, avians, insects, herps. That being like lizards and shit. Yeah. So we do that. We also keep track of weather patterns, plants, or not plants. Well, plants obviously. But we also keep track of fucking. Yeah, my brain is fried. It's currently final season. Well, just about to be final season. I'm currently surviving on 4 hours of sleep, peeps, and fucking. I've just ran out of Rockstar. So yeah, I'm fucked. Anyway. There we go. So yeah, anyway. So we keep track of that. We keep track of obviously weather patterns, water, both water table, streams and such, a lot of shit. So when people think of my job, when I tell people what my job is, they obviously assume wildlife biologist. If I were to ask somebody to describe wildlife biologist, they'd probably describe something similar to my job. So for the sake of ease, I usually just say wildlife biologist, but technically I am not, because you have to get a certification from the Wildlife Society to be a wildlife biologist officially. I don't have that certification because you need education and multiple years of experience. So yes, I'm just trying to be completely honest and forward about that, but for all intents and purposes, may as well be. So yeah, there's that. Oops, I don't need that though. I will, however, take a solar panel, another solar panel. I know how to play this game. So yeah, there's that. I do. That's my job. Yeah. So that's kind of who I am. It is actually kind of what I do. Okay, I need to get me some food. There we go. Hey, you look edible. Hey, food. Okay, cool. So yeah, that's kind of what I do. That's who I am. Why I do it. So contrary to popular belief, just because I'm a college student does not mean I'm a communist who hates America and wants the entire system to burn. I am actually. I won't say I'm necessarily a capitalist per se, because what most people think of as capitalism is really just trickle-down economics, which I oppose, just as vehemently as I oppose communism, because hey, they both fucking suck. I don't usually cover politics, so if this offends you, don't worry. I won't be talking about it very often. But yeah, there's that. But I do genuinely love my country, and I love her beauty. I love the beauty of the place I live, and I want to preserve that for future generations. So that's why I got into this field, because I love nature, and I want to make sure that future generations can enjoy it. Hey, I'm no longer starving to death. Wonderful. Anyway, so yeah, there's that. That's kind of why I do it. I have, for basically all intents and purposes, have and will continue to dedicate my life to wildlife biology. This, not this planet, but also this country is beautiful, and I want to preserve that. That's why I do what I do. Part of this is also to practice science communication. I do intend to do that at some point in my career, as I used to work with kids when I was, when I was myself a kid. Usually kids were much younger than myself though. But I would love to continue to. I did work with kids, but I also have to work with adults. I just like teaching people about the natural world, about biology, about the things I care about. Obviously, if you care about something, you're usually more likely to want to tell people about it. So yeah, there's that. I was not sure what else to yammer about. I yap a lot. Yeah. Honestly, if you're still here, evidently you're going to enjoy my content. So feel free to go down and subscribe so you get contacted about more whenever I make a new video. Yeah, there are no barnacles on this thing, are there? Ooh. Yeah, no. Back in the water. Anyway. So, yeah, ignore the story. My girlfriend is currently sleeping. But yeah, that's kind of who I am, what I do, why I do it. Yeah. Honestly, I could yap about a lot of shit, and I probably will. Honestly, if I do the next video as just a yap session. I am being attacked by something. I should back away. Yeah. So if you have any questions about wildlife biology, about ecology, about why wildlife biologists exist, why we should exist, or any assumptions that you want to check the reality of, I guess. I don't really know. I mean, if you just want to talk about biology, I am happy to yammer for hours and hours and hours, and then another hour. Obviously, as I mentioned before, it's something I'm deeply passionate about, something I've care about so much I'm willing to dedicate my entire fucking life to. Despite the fact of, so currently I currently work technically as a wildlife biologist. I get paid less than a McDonald's employee. I make $9 an hour. Now that is nothing against McDonald's employees. However, that is something to do with funding and shit. I also work on a fire crew, meaning I do wetland fire work. It is technically part of my job, though it is not required. It's entirely volunteer basis. I go out and it is mostly prescribed burns, but I am also on what is called the Code Orange, is what we call it. But technically, I'm not officially on it. My boss is on it, and I have told her that if anything happens, immediately contact me. I will hitch a ride. I will jump in her car, and we will go and deal with it. So I do that, and I do that entirely for free. Yeah. I do a lot of shit for free that I maybe shouldn't, but I also make $9 an hour. So yeah, this is not a job you get into because you want to become rich. If I want to become rich, I'd become a fucking lawyer. Now I do this because I care, because I love the natural world and I want to preserve it. So yeah, I could yammer more, but I'm not gonna. If you have any questions, anything you want to talk about, anything you think I should talk about, please comment below. I love talking about anything biology related. I find it amazing and fascinating. I love the natural world. I don't know. I could say the same thing a third time, but there's no point in it. You're human. You're intelligent. You can figure it out. What the fuck I do? It's pretty apparent. If you have any other questions, please ask them. I will yammer for hours and hours and hours. And if I don't have a question, I'm currently in college. I know a bunch of professors. I will happily ask them, because you don't become a professor if you. Well, at least all the professors I have are about as passionate as I am. So yeah, I don't know. If you have any questions, just comment them down below. Anything you want me to cover. If you have any suggested videos you want to react to or shit, comment down below. Yeah, that's kind of it. Honestly, I'm probably just gonna throw the thumbnail back on this and post it, because fuck it, why not? Also, just a heads up, this is the 5th attempt at this video, because the first 5, no, I think it's 5th, because I made, Need,
Detecting increased foreign bacteria levels in the water. Performing
yeah,
a
whatever.
scan is advised.
Um, so the first few just didn't turn out well. I made a new one. I put a video in the background of Blue Jays. And the guy fucking copyright struck me, despite the fact I used 10% of his video. And credited him. I'm a little bit salty about that still. So, yeah, I don't know. Well, about biology, just comment down below. Feel free to ask questions. I love talking about it. Yeah, I'm going to shut the fuck up now, and if you are interested in my content, there should be something popping up on screen right about now saying, with, whatever YouTube thinks it would be a good video for you to watch. So, yeah. That's all I have to say on the matter. Talk to y'all later. Bye!